Hi there and welcome back. In the last video, I have introduced you to how to integrate the room charges and the room bill into our guest registration view. Now, in this episode, I'm going to introduce a new functionality that is used by hotels to do a proper check-in of a guest into their chosen room. Uh, Most hotels usually, upon check-in, will compute the initial charge for the day that the first day that the guest has occupied the room upon check-in. So we would like our guest bill to be updated right away when the check-in button is pressed and confirmed by the user. Okay. Before I proceed, I'd like to uh, you to check that before we had a hotel documents lookup table. Okay, we already had a model for this. Make sure you have encoded the following records. In PostgreSQL, you have a plus button, okay, and then you have a save button also. So you should have the following: GRC, which is the guest registration card; the room RC, which is the room charge. We will use this upon check-in. PR is the payment receipt when the guest remits payments. DM is debit memo for other charges like restaurant bills, laundry services. CM is for credit memos like discounts and other deductions from the customer bill and adjustments, of course. No? Now, let me proceed to my Visual Studio Viet code because I have saved here two PostgreSQL functions which we are going to use in check-in. First, upon check-in, the the guest should be charged 1 day, okay, 1 day for occupancy, okay, the day during check-in, and then in the succeeding days, no, we will run a function that will charge all check-in guests with daily charges, and we make sure that there will be no duplication of daily charges. That's why we have a document type called RC, dedicated for room charges. Okay. The first function that I'd like to show you is the how do we charge the date the guest the first day of occupancy. We have a function called apply guest current date room charge. We will pass the registration ID, the company ID, of course, the date applied, and the details, the explanation of the charge. Usually it's system generated in this case, rather generated by this function. Okay, we have the following local variables: the room ID, because we will need it to look up room type ID. Why do we need that? Because we had the daily charges model, remember, that makes charges to the rooms, okay, based on the room types. Okay, we have the current date, okay, the charge count. Now we will count the room charges every day, so that if there's already a charge room count, we will not charge again. That will duplicate, or rather that will do double charge, which uh, will not be accepted by the guest. Okay, and then we will have a result. If the charge is successful, this will be 1. Okay, the document type ID, which is room charge, and then the next number, because every room charge will have a reference number, and the right date, which is now which is stated as now. Okay, the date that this was created. Okay, the first is to get the room ID given the registration. Remember, we have a guest registration ID passed to this function, and we also have the company ID and the date applied. So we'll get the room ID into T room ID. T is our local copy, and then we get the room type into T room type ID, which is our local copy, and then we convert the date into C date, which is into a date. Okay, because this is passed as as a barker, no, usually that's the easiest way to pass a barker, because we don't know the date compatibilities between Python and PostgreSQL. So in Python we will pass dates as characters, and inside the PostgreSQL function we will convert them into PostgreSQL date types. Okay, So to avoid double charging, we are going to count, okay, uh, the charges, the room charges in the existing room bill, okay, given the guest registration ID, the date applied, and the state of final. Only finalized room bills are considered counted, no? And then the document name is RC for room charge. Remember, we are going to do a left join, no, on RB document. The hotel room type, room bill RB is joined, left joined to the RB document ID, where we can get the name, okay, specifically for room charges. We'd like to count the room charges for that day. In other words, no, if the charge count is equal to 0, which means that the guest has not been charged the daily room charge for that day yet. So therefore, we are going to do a series of steps to insert the necessary charge. No, otherwise we'll just do nothing. Okay, I hope you follow. So we are going to get the document I type of room charges, and then we will get the next number. Remember, we have done this before. When we created guest registration, we used GRC instead of RC. This time we are going to get the room charge, no? The next number for the room charge given a certain hotel, given a company ID. Okay? And then we will insert into our room bill. Remember, we have a room bill type, or rather model, which has these fields, no? Okay? Which has these fields. So therefore, we are going to insert the guest registration ID, the copy, in case no during insertion of the bill, the company ID, because we are multi hotel, multi company, the charge ID. Now what is the charge ID? The charge ID is taken from, will be taken from the daily charges. Okay, we will, the document ID, the document number, the date applied, no, the state will be final, the details, the create ID. Where are we going to get the fields, the actual values? So we are going to do a select statement because we are going to insert it from the daily charges model or rather table. The registration ID is recorded twice. The company ID, the DC that charge ID, because we are going to get this from daily charges. Okay, we have to apply it an alias so that PostgreSQL is able to identify that this ID is taken from the DC table. Okay, otherwise it's treated to be a local variable. Okay, the doc type ID, which we have retrieved before, that's a local. The next number for the room charge, and then we have a case, no, because remember that in daily charges we have two charges, no, uh, the daily rate and the weekend rate. We'll have to check, okay, by extracting the day of the week. This is the function in PostgreSQL. Extract DOW from CDate. DOW means day of the week. No? 0 is for Sunday and 6 is for Saturday. Okay? So therefore, we are going to use DC that the weekend rate if it's on a weekend, and DC that daily rate if it's on a weekday. Okay? And then the status should be final right away, and the date should be CDate. Now the user ID is 1 because that's the system user in Odoo, and then the right date, which we have determined to be the current date, and then also now is the create date. Okay, from hotel daily charges. So the daily charges from hotel room types will be charged to this guest. Okay, and we have a found check to just check, by the way, if the charges are really inserted, then we will return a result of 1. Otherwise, a result of 0 is returned, so that Odoo will know whether a charge was successful or not. Okay, so that's the first uh, store procedure. We will copy this, and then we will go into our PostgreSQL. Okay, pgadmin 4, and then we will create that procedure by pasting and doing a run. Okay, so we have executed the function. Now the second function is the check-in function. Okay, here it is. Okay, so check-in function will call, okay, will call the application of the date of the room charge that we have just discussed. Okay. Aside from that, it will also update the hotel state into check-in. Okay, so this is a much simpler function. What is it does? Of course, it passes a registration ID and a company ID as the parameter. It will determine the date applied. Okay, and which is the current date. Current date is a global variable, no, in PostgreSQL, which is taken from the server's current date. And then we are going to call the charge by doing a select statement, because it's actually a function that returns a table, so we have to use a select statement to call it. Okay, now we will know that it's successful because we will have charge room as a value with a value of 1, because remember that our function will return 1 if it's successful in charging the guest, no? So if the charge room is 1, then we will update the hotel guest registration state to check in. Okay, and the right date is now. And then we will also further check if the update was successful. We'll have a result of 1, otherwise we return a result of 0, and we return a query which checks the result. Okay, now let us look at our guest registration.xml to see how this is, how we will rather guest registration.py. Now let's update our check-in. Okay, our check-in to call the hotel check-in function in PostgreSQL. So I'm writing my data manipulation in PostgreSQL to keep, okay, my Python code simple. Of course, you can write the check-in functionality here, but it will mess your code. It will make it be difficult to read, no? So other people, the next time around, it will give you trouble, no? So it's better that we bury the logic in PostgreSQL. By the way, let me run that function to check in PostgreSQL. So it's always good to know PostgreSQL, because it will make the performance, it will improve the performance of your app, because the heavy functionalities will be executed by the server. Okay, will be executed by the server, and which it is designed to do. Now the heavy work is designed for PostgreSQL. Okay, so if you're going to do it in a Odoo, okay, Odoo will do the heavy work, and it will have a lot of tasks to do. Aside from the logic itself, it also checks the updates the user interface, so it's not advisable to do it that way. So if you want to be a developer, no, in Odoo or in Python in general, you always have to know also how to write PostgreSQL functions. I will have a different series on PostgreSQL and how to write functions. Okay, so for the moment, we will go to our guest registration.py and check how to do a check-in. Previously, we just had this rec state equals checked in. No, we will update this. We will add a few lines. Okay, to be able to do the check-in itself from PostgreSQL. So here it is, no? A few lines. First, we will get the registration ID. We say PKID to stand for primary key. So rec ID is the guest registration ID, because this is the guest registration model. Company ID is the global company ID from the environment. Okay, because we know that this is a multi-company or multi-hotel. And then we will call the function to check in. Since it's a function that returns a table, we have to do a select star. Okay, because it returns a table. The percent s stands for the parameters. The first one being the registration ID, the second one being the company ID. Of course, we had a duplication to say rec state that is equal to checked in. You can erase it if you like, because anyway, the uh, PostgreSQL function also does that for you. Now, what is this? Okay, what is this? Self.end.cr.fetch all. Now, you usually do this after you do insertions to your model. Now, the effect of this is it will fetch all the records that were inserted and will refresh even without using clicking a refresh button. Okay, it will refresh the guest page, the guest registration page. Okay, so now I think we're ready. Let's run this. I will introduce a new parameter. Okay, previously we'll just say udo dustbin. The C will introduce the dash u. Okay, dash u parameter. Dash u means update. So update the hotel parameter so that we don't have to go to a update up list and then go to hotel and then upgrade at the same time every time we start. Okay, we'll just do a dash u automatically when it runs the server. It updates the hotel app. Now, if there's an error, it will register it here. There's no error, so therefore let's try to open our hotel app. Okay. Okay, let's go to the hotel system. There it is. I have a draft. No, I'll you can check in right away. Okay, so when you check in, you will be asked to confirm, and it will call the hotel check-in function if you confirm and charge the room bill. Okay, let's click OK. Now there is a room bill. Okay, so now we have the initial charge for having checked in for today, and then the initial total bill is 1,300 in this case, in this example. It uses the double it uses the weekday rate. Let's try to find out for room types, no, for double. Okay, what are the daily charges? Yes, no, today is a weekday, so the daily rate is used. No, on Saturdays and Sundays, the weekend rate is used. No, this is common among resort hotels. No, if you have a client that is not a resort hotel, then advise them to have a common weekend rate and daily rate. Okay, so that they can use this functionality in case they change their rates in the future. Okay, I hope you see the point. No, we are getting closer to the central part of our system, which is billing and collection. In the next video, I'm going to show you a PostgreSQL function to check for conflict of schedules. No, and now we will also introduce a new button called check availability. Okay, before check-in, so that no common check-ins will be registered, no, in our guest registration list, because it will create trouble among guests, especially if users accidentally create, no, conflicting registrations or reservations. Okay, I hope you follow, no? And I'm excited in the next to bring you to the next episode because it's a very important one. Bye for now and have a nice day.